me some trouble.
Hey guys, and welcome to our second live stream, Tuesday, 3rd of May 2023. I'm Alex.
I'm Victor.
And we will show you our newest models this evening, explain to you what and how we did it, and we are happy then to answer all your questions later on or in between with a Q&A. So I say hello to everybody. How many people do we have online at the moment?
You can speak. 15. 15? Okay.
14 people, so maybe let's wait a minute. And then we're gonna start with this YouTube live presentation.
Short introduction already. We're gonna start explaining something about the new G.O.A.T that we will be using in the new kites. After that we go to our most beloved Go, and then we go over to the Light. After this we have to say goodbye to Alex. He has to go on to the next projects, and then I'm gonna continue with you guys more about the Strike, the Wave and the Ace. For the specific riders. So yeah, we will be here an hour, I would say.
Yeah, and let's see how long we take. So first up for the live chat, is the sound good? Is the picture good?
Do we hear everything? Thumbs up.
We get thumbs up. So also don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Alright guys, then I would say let's get started with this presentation about our two new main products that are the Harlem, the other side, the Harlem Go V6 and the Harlem Light V3 G.O.A.T. I would say let's get started with the Harlem Go, and in the Go I will tell you all about the new developments in this product. Okay, the first you see now running on the other side of the screen, the Harlem Go will come in. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. 3 colors.
4.
Four. We have the in orange, we have the blue one, we have the green one, and we have the yellow one. For the design this year we went for the first time in a symmetrical design. So the previous Go's were in an asymmetrical design, as we have now in the lineup with our main feature in the middle here, the Harlem logo, and to the left on the right. It's symmetrical now. That's on the design part. We were thinking about again from the numbers on the kites. Oh, the numbers on the kites really nice, visible from the beach, and to keep the contrast really strong between black and the bright colors, so that you're really easy recognizable on the water. All right, then let's go on to the most important change we had this year. We have this year with our Harlem Go and Harlem Light, and that is our Harlem Go.A.T dark-round material. This we are super proud to work together with Challenge Sales on developing this material. So G.O.A.T stands for greatest of all time, and the benefit of this new dark-round, as from other brands you probably know already, it's lighter than our traditional dark-round, but on the other hand it's also stronger and stiffer, which gives the kite a much better performance than on the Go V5. Based on this material we had to change structural a few things on our, let's adjust this, on our Harlem Go V6. So the first part we had to change to make it last the dog life, as we say for the kite, is we had to make a new technique, new closing seam. So this new closing seam, now maybe we can zoom in a little bit more on the closing seam. Let's see if we get it over there. Bear with me, guys. Now we can. Yeah. What we did on the closing seam, it's let's say double reinforced closing seam. So it makes it is possible now to bump the kite to 9 psi with the stronger material, and still be able to guarantee that the leading edge will not open after some heavy use. That's the first part we checked. Second part we did, also with the material as the struts, also with the G.O.A.T, we had for the more pressure and for the durability, we also reinforced the strut connection, the strut construction there. Let's see that on the video, so you get a view. Some technical.
Ja, oh, nee, dat was wel goed.
Nee.
Nee.
Ja, maar ik weet dus niet of hij...
Bear with me, guys.
Pak
Oh,
hem met.
here we go. So especially when the struts are laying on the beach, you know, and they're still flapping, and they bend the strut like this. You see a lot of kites, a good wear and tear, and that there on the struts is a weak point. So we prevented that by, as told, reinforce also the inside of the strut. We had prepared a small video for that.
Yeah.
For the struts, so
Yeah.
that you also see on the
Je moet die dingen er opnieuw in zetten.
Gaat niet.
how much work is in there. Oh, I just hear that we have some technical problems on that. But nevertheless, so really super reinforced lasts a dog life on the construction side. So for the shape of the Go V6, because we have the increased performance on the Harlem Go.T material, we also had to adjust the shape of the kite. So we just opened it a little bit more to give it more hang time, to give it more low end than the previous one, which was possible in combination of the construction with the G.O.A.T. So what is the G.O.A.T? It's, as I said already, it's a lighter material than conventional Dacron, and in the same time you have a stronger frame of the kite, which means that you can reduce your front tube, your leading edge a bit, to have less drag, to get more performance, but still on the other hand you have the rigid, good structure in the frame that is able to handle a lot of wind and gusts and a lot of beating. That is the G.O.A.T. That is now also available in our Harlem Light, which will Victor show you in a second. And let's go on to the other point, what we adjusted on the Harlem Go V6, what we changed to the Go V5, sorry. That is, we are using now, let's go a little bit in the light here, we are using now a pulley-less bridle system. So this means that you have a really nice direct feeling on the bar. There is not so much delay anymore in it. And still the kite takes the gust really good and stays really stable on the sky. In combination with the direct bridle system, which also gives less wear and tear than one with the pulley. In combination with the direct bridle system, we also went from 4 bridle attachment points on the leading edge towards 6 attachment points of the bridle on the front tube. So this gives the structure in general more stability, so the frame stays better when you want to jump. It doesn't move that much. And this we could also achieve with the new G.O.A.T material, as this material is strong in the frame, but the torsion to move the kite for steering left and right is better than in the previous dark runs. So all this combination together made it able to increase the performance of the Go.A.T. 5 versus Go.A.T. 6 versus the Go.A.T. 5 quite a lot. So that's the new parts on the Harlem Go. We also focused again on our trailing edge, which already at the Go.A.T. 5 was from STW 70. That's proudly made by Tech Fiber factory in Japan. And this is a heavier ripstop, not a dark run, a heavy ripstop, which really prevents wear and tear on the most sensible part of the kite, on the trailing edge. So we adjusted it to make it a little bit smaller than on the Go.A.T. 5 to get a really perfect result for a long-lasting and high-performing kite.
Alex, 1 second. We have a little bit leaking.
Oh,
Does everybody still hear us? Check before we keep talking and nobody hearing.
how is the sound, guys? Thumbs up on...
Geluid is goed, beeld is in
Beeld
frame.
houderig heel erg.
Oh, some technical issues. But we are on it, guys.
Oh, 5G. Ja, ik zie het.
Just give us a second. So, how is the sound? Is still okay?
Sound is okay. Dan is confirming. View. Does somebody... Sound is good. Video is slow. I think there's something going on too much on the main computer.
Okay, guys, so bear with us. We are working on it. If there, in the meantime, because the sound is good, are there in the meantime any questions from you guys towards for the Harlem Go V6? Any technical, for the performance-wise, also Victor will tell you later a little bit more about what is possible with this kite from halo loops till double loops. But are there any questions so far? No questions?
How much light is it?
Weight difference question versus old.
Yeah, we have the weight is roughly 15% less than with the traditional Dacron. That is also in combination what we used here. We used the new bladder.
Weet je waardoor het komt?
We
denk dat dat het
changed
probleem
there
is
to
met die,
a new bladder
beelden
type,
van de
which
factory
is
zijn echt fucking
Convestro.
zwaar.
Bladder
beelden
is
eruit
a
gegooid.
very common
Die zijn
bladder.
fucking zwaar.
A lot of brands are using, and this is also a little bit lighter than the older one. So in total, we are talking about 14 to 15% weight decrease with the new materials.
Does it double?
Does it
Does it
double,
double?
Alex? It doubles.
It doubles.
Okay. We found the problem with the live stream. Sadly enough, it's the videos of the factory. So you guys will get it on the social media, but we can't include it here because the videos are too high resolution for the YouTube live, sadly enough. But to come back, the performance of the kite increased by a mile, I would say. We lived for this moment with the V3 all the way till now. We changed not only because in the beginning the kite was bomb-proof and all these kind of things, and we worked on performance, and the V5 made it already very good by a lot of people, but there were still a few that said, no, we need it faster. We need doubles. We need higher jumps. We need 30 plus. So we looked into that, and that is where the Go.A.T. material really gives the feedback to the rider. And that's a great solution that I love about the new Go.
Yeah. Together, the last thing I think we can show on the Go V5, where we take really eye for detail, is if somebody can zoom the camera, is also, again, to make the durability, if you can zoom over here. If you say here, so we changed the bridle attachment point, so that is
Wait
now,
a second.
That is now a little bit wider, as you see.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, it's not sharpening. Yeah,
yeah.
getting
So
there.
you guys see that is the bridle attachment point. So we made that a little bit wider, not too wide to have not too much weight on the stuff, on the kite, but you also see, as an example, we have here the connection points of the bridle system, where these two stitches, as an example, are not touching each other. So that means that there will be no hard damage or perforation on the dark rod itself, which helps for a really long-lasting gear. Also, you see on the bottom part, so really it ends up here and not going double in here, to really ensure that there are no wear and tear also after many seasons. All right, any more questions to the Go V6? Yes.
Is the leading edge a lot thinner because of the new material?
Not a lot thinner, but it's thinner than in general. So it's starting really from the center towards the wingtip. It's a percentage thinner to be able to increase the performance by losing track in the kite. So especially for going upwind, it's working really good with the G.O.A.T material. So with the stronger materials.
Another question, how quick does it catch overfly?
I would say we're going for the performance parts. I would
say we do that later in the Q&A.
We can do that in the Q&A, and because Victor is going in the details with that. Also, how does he catch? It's overall, so we have the, just from my side, from a technical point of design point, so we increased the stiffness of the whole frame. So it's more precise on the bar, it can handle the gusts better, it flies better against the wind. So overall, it's a stiffer kite. The canopy is more tension in the wingtip, so this allows the kite to overshoot or to fly back after a loop and loop it in front of you for landing. It makes it better in that way. So there is, as Victor said, in the performance, there is a huge improvement versus the V5, and we are really happy to climb up the ladder of performance in our gear to be able to do that also with a double loop on the Harlem Go V5. V6, sorry,
V6.
it's the V6. Okay, guys.
I think we have to say goodbye to Alex. Before.
Short one, but I will give over to Victor, and he will guide you through the Harlem Light V3. And also, if there are any more questions on that, he will answer that and show you also some other nice goodies that are hidden over there. All right, guys, enjoy the live stream and see you on the water.
Good luck.
Thanks.
So, Alex just explained mainly what changed this year with the leading edge. Oh, he's sneaking out. Oh, Alex, can I have your microphone before you're leaving with it?
Good one.
Thank you. Trying to steal the microphone. As I just said, Alex just introduced you guys to the Harlem Go. Main features on the Harlem Go, or on 2023, is the G.O.A.T, the new design, and by the Go they changed something more as with the light, and we are going into detail with my favorite guy. Oh, we got a double video inbound. So we're gonna put the Harlem Go away, and we're gonna go over to this big boy behind me, the Harlem Light. Zip. So the Harlem Light is traditionally came always in blue, and this year again comes in blue. So there we didn't change much, but as chatted before, as chatted before, we changed the leading edge material to the new Harlem Go.A.T material. But we did not change the strut construction. The struts were since last year already made from STW70, the same as the material in the trailing edge. Why would you think? Because the Go.A.T is greatest of all. Correct. The Go.A.T is greatest of all, but for the struts in this light wind kite, it's amazing to have this material, because we found out, we tried it also in the Strike and we tried it also in the Go with the STW70 to have flex struts in there, but that doesn't work in our sense, because we feel that above the 25 knots a kite really needs the strong struts. The 14, maybe you saw me one time going in 25 knots, but mainly is not ridden in 25 knots. So therefore it makes a huge difference in weight and a huge difference in flex pattern. So that's why we stick with the STW70 fusion struts. Then one thing that changed by the Go, that we went to the 6-point bridle system, by the Light didn't change. We changed the bridle system, we made it a bit shorter to make it a bit more playful, but we stick with the 4-point bridle system because of its playfulness. Again, the 6-point bridleness gives it rigid and powerful kite. For example, for the 6 meters, to give it a double loop and stuff like that, you want to feel that kite even closer. But with the 14, you want to have fun, you want to float around, you want to play, you want maybe even down loop it or loop it even, because the 14 does loop. So, but it must be playful. So be aware that that's why we chose to keep the 4-point bridle system and stick, of course, like last year, with the direct bridle system. Because the direct bridle makes the kite more fun. That's also why we stepped over with the Go over to this, and actually with all the kites. So yeah, that's it for the basic for the Light. Do we have any starting questions, Steph? No. Any questions incoming? Question mark. Let me check. No, nothing. Oh, he's looking concentrated behind the scenes. Oh, not in the light. Nothing for now. Nothing for now. Then I want to introduce you guys to something that is standing here already for a while behind me. And that is this bag. It seems like nothing for most of you guys, but it's a big change. Here we have our eco bag. Since last year, end of the season, we started making this. This bag is made in Europe at the Brainchild factory, and we're proud to present you guys that we are making now the first 99% sustainable bag for our kites. You would say, yeah, but we're not there yet. It's true, we're not there yet. We want the future to be brighter, to be longer living for everybody. So we're looking into options. But no, the first steps are made. Made with, the bag is made out of 100% recycled PET bottles. Just listen to me closely. We not expect that this kite will be made out of plastic bottles in the future. Maybe, but not in the near future at least. Made with wooden clips, no more zippers that break. The kite bag even fits 2 kites, so I go mainly to the beach, I open it up, I put the other one up on top, and I walk in, because, you know, sometimes you have that time to change. So, yeah, awesome upgrade for the world and for us as kiters. So, yeah, small nice feature that from now on will be standard. Can we play some videos? Then I pack something down and I prep the new stage, because I'm gonna drop it here and come back to you in a minute. Yes, yes, yes. Change of scenery. No, no, no. This kite is not leaking here. More info about that soon. But first, Steph came up to me. 3 good questions. That's good to involve you guys now in. So we're going to give that feedback directly. Steph, question first.
First question I saw come by. Did we make any compromises with the new Go and Light?
Compromises. Depending on how you see it. The compromise of building the kite weaker, for sure not. Because the reinforcement in the Go is more as in the past. So sadly enough, I cannot show you the videos how they are made from the inside, and I cannot show you guys from the inside right here. But we use the insignia tapes for all the stitching lines, and even for the closing seam, even double. So the G.O.A.T is not more fragile as the other material. Some people say lighter is worse. With the G.O.A.T we really focused. We more than a year we changed in different kind of segments, and that is why we choose this G.O.A.T, because that has the best wear and tear for our vision.
Another question. What are the different settings on the Light and Go?
Different settings. That's something we forgot. We didn't tell you. It's the same as in the past. We have, I go a little bit back to the Light. We have the 3 settings on the wingtip. So there is no settings on the leading edge. There's only setting on the wingtip for faster steering or a little bit slower steering. Also, if you go to the faster steering, your bar pressure goes down. If you go to the slower steering, your bar pressure goes up a little bit. So it's really a preference thing. We can also call it A, B, C, and then you find out yourself. Really try out this for yourself, because there is no setting where I said this is the best setting. Because if that was like that, we only made 1 setting. There is a preferable setting. Some people like a bit more bar pressure and a little bit a different feel on their bar as other people.
I just saw a good question come in. Is it more expensive than the old kites?
Is it more expensive? That's the hardest thing I have to say. The world gets more expensive. We sadly also got more expensive. But we did not get much more expensive, because the difference from the V5 towards the V6 is on average 70 euros. Am I correct, Steph? He's nodding yes. So between the 70 and 75 euro benchmark we're sitting. So we really try to keep on the same price, but do it all the reinforcement that needs to be done in the kite. There needs to be a bit more work, so we had to increase it by a binge. That was it. That was it for the fast Q&A. Later there were more questions. Keep on asking. Steph is writing them down, but we're doing the quick ones right now first. That is a bit on the main focus by the most people, and the deeper questions like, I don't know, does it rip faster and stuff like this. We heard already some things coming out. I will go more into detail to that. So if you want to know more about that, stick around. But now we first gonna start with my big air choice, and that is the Harlem Strike. Can we have a rendering? Oh, this side. Yes. Oh, 2 kites. That's fancy. It's my favorite kite as well, the Light. So the Harlem Strike. The Harlem Strike is our big air machine. This is the V1 version of the Harlem Strike, and we launched it since last year. I pumped here quickly the 7 meter. Oop. Voila. And this is your weapon of choice for the strong days. The 5 strut construction gives you insane stability in hard winds. Is it your favorite friend on the foil? Maybe not. Maybe you rather ride an Ace or a Wave or stuff like this. Does it foil really nicely? For sure. I love to foil on it because you can jump on it, you have hang time, it flies still very early, and all these kind of things. But to go back to the point that this kite is made for, big air and kite loops. This kite gives you more lift and more hang time because we built it really, we focused really for in the strong winds. So we're not focused for the schools, we're not focused for the beginning riders, really that it performs nicely, that if it's 30 knots and you're out on the water, you just have a pleasant time and not feel your back aching after 5 minutes. Yeah? Big difference between the Go, 5 strut connection. The 5 struts gives you a stiffer over a better frame in stronger and gustier winds. So this helps a lot for that performance wise. Another part is we not only have the 3, I think I can show it here better. We not only have the 3 connection points here from the steering pressure of the riding style, but we also have the bar pressure settings here. There's 2 connections. There's the plus bar pressure setting and the minus. So it gives a little bit more to play around with. And again, get your own favorite part out of this guide. So try both of them. For sure, by the bar settings, I really prefer myself the plus settings. Some people prefer the minus settings. Ooh, I see a battery light blinking. Yuri? Are we still good?
Yep, we're still good.
We're still good? Good. Then another detail in this kite, because we are laying in strong, strong, strong wind and we are going always for those strong days, it also has to lay on the beach. And for that part, we put in the extra batten here in the middle because of the 40 knot winds. Okay, we're shortly gonna swap battery, I hear. So, 1 minute, guys. Think about good questions and we come back to you. Welcome back. Everybody hears me? Check. Perfect. Good. Are there some good questions in, Steph? To ask about the strike?
Yeah, I did get one question. Which kite loops easier, the Go or the Strike?
Ooh. This is a hard one because I thought nothing loops better as the Strike. Till I got my hands on the final prototypes of the Go, and I was pleasantly surprised of how this Go actually really good is in looping. Big difference. There is a big difference between these 2 loops. There is big and powerful, and there is small and gentle. The Go loops quicker, in a way, more above you. That comes also because of the G.O.A.T material, because the Strike is not in G.O.A.T yet. Can't tell much more. Isn't in G.O.A.T yet. And the Strike is looping more powerful and with more energy. So you come a bit easier, a bit higher, and it looks all a bit more extreme. Again, what is easier? I would say the new Go is my go-to kite if I want to train technical tricks. But if I want to go out in stronger wind and I want to get the technical up to heights, I take the Strike. I think that is a good explanation, right? Then we're going away from the twin tip for a little bit. Guys, but we're going over to our, because now we've been to the twin tip range and the big air range, and now I want to step over to your wave body and your foil body. So there we got it. It's so small and light. It's amazing. There we see, next to me, you see the new, or the, since last year also, we launched the Strike last year, August, the Wave last year, September, out of my head, and the Ace as well. What is the big difference between the Wave V2 and the Wave V3? It's very obvious. It's this one little guy. This year we went to a one strut construction. Why would you think? Because that makes it amazing for drifting in the waves. The kite is so extremely light that makes the performance go way easier in lighter winds. With two other struts, you get more stability, you get more power. We just explained with the Strike that it gives you a lot of confidence in the big air and in the hang time. But as strapless riders, we are mainly on the water and we're very little above the water. We are above the water as in the waves, but not above the water. So that is why we went for the one strut connection, or one strut construction, to make this kite quick, light and playful. Because for sure, if you have these nice long rolling waves and you have a lot of speed, for example, onshore conditions, with still a nice wave, sometimes you got it, and you have that kite falling every time. Not with this, because the kite drifts so much better when it's light. It's just key point. And what is weight? Struts. Struts is a lot of weight. We can call Alula, we can call G.O.A.T, we can call whatever to reduce our weight. The best thing to reduce weight is taking things out of the kite, but not making it break faster, of course, because that is not our vision. So that is why with the Wave, again, up, we went for 3-point connection on the wingtip for your own settings and a direct bridle system. Also a change again to the last one, because the last one was pulleyed. I have to say, did the Wave lose something? Yes, it did. It lost the ability to jump with a twin tip. But that is not what it's worth, because the value that it got to increase in the waves is just incredible. So are you looking for a kite to jump a little bit on a twin tip? It's easy. Do you want to jump 10 meters plus? This will not be your friend. You rather look towards a Go or towards a Strike. Do you mainly do strapless? Ride a twin tip from time to time and maybe foil? Bam. This is your kite of choice, because the Wave does it all. It really drifts nicely in the waves. It really is fun and playful also on a twin tip, but not to jump, because it doesn't give you stability in the higher winds. And if you want to go foiling, bam, one strut, light kite, go out in, what would it be? 12 knots with an 8 or a 6 even if you're good, and you have the time of your life. So that is a little bit about the Wave. Then we go one step lighter, and that's the Ace. It's laying here. Looks like that, but it ain't. The Ace is a non-strut kite. You see it here in the rendering. Oh, do we still have visibility? Yeah, there we are. The Ace is a non-strut kite that is really made for foiling. So are you twin tipping? This is not your kite. Some people say, oh, I like it still on a wave board, but the focus on this kite is foiling. Foiling, foiling, foiling. Flat water, waves, no matter. Because if it drops in the water and it gets underwater, it relaunches still very easily. You will see, well, you cannot see. Can we zoom out more? Are we able to zoom out more? Yeah, we are able to zoom out more. You see the wingtips pointing up. The wingtips generate still a little bit of, because if we put the wingtips down, the kite would be down and will stay down. But if we put it, what we did, we put the wingtips a bit up, that it gets a bit more C-shaped, so it's even getting quicker. Plus, it got the catch. If it got the catch, it only needs a breeze of wind, because this weighs nothing. And it comes up, and it flips over, and goes up like a breeze. So this is really an important feature on this kite with the tips. Plus, again, like we said before, direct bridles, because it works. Yeah? So, small, powerful kite, really for foiling, really for the fun in the light wind. I think what we get back from our schools, it's a lifesaver, they say. Here in Holland, we have a lot of times that the wind dies on us and that we get below 10 knot lessons. And a lot of schools want to deliver quality lessons. And a quality lesson is not with a kite non-stop in the water. It's with a kite in the sky. It makes your customers happy. So we like to have the kite flying, and the Ace comes even up to 13 square meters. And the teaching with this kite in 5-6 knots is very, very nice. Again, if it's super wavy and stuff like that, it makes it difficult, yeah? But it still relaunches. It will not relaunch as easy as the Go, I will give that, but it flies so much better in 5-6 knots, yeah? Because the weight is gone. The kite literally weighs nothing. And again, it doesn't have the G.O.A.T yet. It still has the old double dice dark run from last year. I think we have everything. Do we have some questions already of the Wave versus Ace?
One question also on the Wave. You mentioned it with the Ace, the relaunch, but how does the Wave relaunch compare to the 3 struts? The old Wave?
That is a great point. I would wish that the Wave could have 0 struts. But that is one of the key features that really is a need for the wave riders. They need to have it able to relaunch in very difficult conditions. So imagine Mauritius waves, glassy, nice waves, offshore wind, and the wave catches your kite. Chance that you're getting up the wave instead of the Ace is very much higher. The difference between the Go and the Wave is very small, because a kite has 2 things that keeps it down. And that's wind from the, I'm gonna stand here. That's wind from the wrong direction, because that it makes it lay on the beach. Or it's the water that's pushing it down. And you see already how easy the center comes up, the wind pushes in, and it blows up like a balloon. Again, you have the wingtips, like with the Ace, standing more up, so you get that 3-strut ID out of this kite. It's a clear answer, I think. Any more of these good questions?
Which kite would you recommend for a beginner foiler?
Ooh. Again, this is really a question. Do I want to foil only? Or do I also want to use it for other purposes? Because the difference of a beginner foiler is very important. Let go of the bar. Put your hands on your back, swim around left, swim around right, and still be able to have that kite in the sky. Which kite does that better in 5 knots? The Ace. Which kite does that better in 8 or 10 knots? I would say both, because the Wave really floats also very early in comparison to the Go, where you got 2 more struts involved. The Go would have a nicer generated power all over, but with a really light wind, you will have a better option with these two. So do you say, I do big air and I foil? Take a strike and take an ace. Yeah, maybe even both at 10, you know, because it's really different worlds. Do you say, I want to have one kite. I jump a little bit, I ride left and right. I like to stand on the strapless board from time to time, and I love to foil. This is your kite, yeah? Because we all would like to have everything, but we have to make compromises and we have to think, what is my kite? The Wave is really that kite for the strapless and foil riders that sometimes ride a Wave, or sometimes ride a twin tip. If you mainly ride a twin tip, and you mainly do it in stronger winds, but you sometimes want to wave ride and you want to foil, then you go to the for a Go, because the Go is still the do-it-all kite, and the Wave and the Ace are more the specific kites. But do you want a kite specifically for foiling? Go for the Ace, because it really floats. Let go of your hands, swim around, kick your board 5 times, cursing yourself because you kicked the foil and it hurts, and still the kite is hanging up in the sky. Steph, more good questions. Keep them coming.
We had questions about sizes. Which sizes do we have for the Ace and for the Wave?
Again, sometimes I talk too much and sometimes I talk too less. It seems that I talk too less. Okay, going from moment 1 till the last moment. So we start with the Go. The Go comes in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12. The Harlem Light comes only in the big sizes, 14 and 17. Then we have the Strike coming in 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12. The Wave, we focused on light and flying early. So we skip the 12 because we don't need the 12. And we do 10, 8, 6, and 4. With the Ace, we went a little bit further. We went 13, 10, 8, 6, and 5, and 4. Sorry, not 5, and 4. Important thing, people are gonna ask, oh, so as beginner, I need to have a 13. The 13 is really, really for extreme light winds. So yes, you could have, but do you really, okay, I want one foil kite with it. The 10 meter is already for mainly the beginners, 9 to 10 knots, that it works very well. If you're an advanced foiler, you can also already go to 6 knots or 5 knots. But for the beginning, because I heard some beginning questions, really don't go foiling in 4 knots. It literally makes your life harder because foiling ain't easy, and we are not able to make a kite that produces shitloads of power in no wind. Yeah, we need a little bit of wind to start. So for the beginning, make it easy. Look for 10. Are you a heavier rider? 13, yeah, for sure. But mainly the people go from 10 and smaller. And the 4 meter, for example, I ride from, on the foil, I would ride the 4 meter from like 20 knots. On the wave board, I would ride the 4 meter from like 30 knots. And the 7 meter, I would ride even from the 35 knots first and up. So it's really depending on your riding style as well, but that's a little bit the wind range / sizes. Okay, any more questions? Ooh, the screen is gonna turn. Are we gonna pop the questions in? I think we can do that. Can we do that? Let's do it. Wow, almost. It's the first time we do this, guys, so I'm very happy how good this worked. Oh, my eyesight is not good enough for this. Do we have a good question, Steph? I cannot...
Can you self-rescue with the foil kite?
Ooh, can you self-rescue with a foil kite? That's a very good question. I actually, probably he's also watching somewhere with us, my good friend Wouter. I accidentally, had an accident with him a while ago, and he had to self-rescue back. We were alone at our mountain, and he self-rescued himself easily back to, I helped him, of course, I helped him because I'm a gentleman. If I hurt somebody, I also help somebody. I helped him out of the water, and it's very easy because the self-rescue, most important is if you pull your safety, there must be no power in the kite. The less struts there is, the less power there is also when it's only hanging on one line. So, makes it easier even to self-rescue and put it up. No, a self-rescue ain't easy. Learn it, try it, and learn it at home. Learn it on videos. Try it out in lighter wind or in stronger wind if you have some supervision. And yeah, it literally doesn't matter if you take an ace or a strike, how easy it is, because with our one-line safety system, what we already integrate since the beginning of Harlem, every kite is powerless to pull in. You roll up your lines and you swim back. The only thing with a strike, of course, it's easier to pull on one line and it stands a bit more. Will you be quicker at the beats? No, not really. Okay. Good question.
Last question before a small break.
Yeah.
Would you suggest a 10 meter or 13 meter ace for schools in light wind?
Ooh, I'm not sure if Jurien is here, but Jurien asked me a question, or I called him the other day. It was not windy. I called him the other day and he was like, Victor, you must not call me. I'm teaching, I'm very busy. And I'm like, it's 5 to 6 knots, what are you doing? It's like, no, it's more than 6 knots, but I'm teaching with the 13, with the 10, and with the 17. The 13, amazing kite, and the 10 ace, amazing kite for the light wind condition. Note, it's not a twin tip kite, so don't put a 150 kilo guy on this kite to learn to ride. No. That is why he had the 17 teaching for the twin tip lessons, and the 13 and the 10 for the flying and the body dragging. And the first water start, yes, would be possible, but just no, it's not made for it, so it's extremely light. So also got less protection pads for the rubbing over the beach, and if you're really extremely brutal with this kite, it will damage quicker as the Go, because the Go is a bit more robust and made for people to really not think about anything. So yeah, what would I recommend for a school? I actually would go for a 13 or a 10. It really depends on how light you want to go. 13 if you really want to go below 6-7 knots. If you say like no, below 6-7 knots I'm not teaching at all, and I will never do that because that's bad. That's up to you, because I know schools that really give good lessons in that wind. First lessons, no water starting, but then you should go for a 10 meter, and if you really want to go for the below 6 knots lessons, definitely go for a 13. Okay, we go into a small break, have a chat, get your questions ready, and we will answer them in a while. Short, 5 minutes. So, welcome everybody, welcome back. Are we still all live? How is it going with the live chat? Everybody still there? Everybody had a coffee? I had a beanbag because the tough walking work is done now. Now we're gonna have a little bit more Q&A questions. One important thing is we focus today on the kites. For the wingers in here, we really have to focus ourselves the next time, and that will be, I think, in August. I hope to give one again, but let's see. That also gives a little bit away of some of the questions that people asked, so keep your ears sharpened for the summer. It will always be nice if we can introduce something new again, and we like this way and we like to work in this way. So we didn't focus on the wings today. So we have the Superfly AL and the Superfly. Check that out on the website. We also didn't focus about the twin tips, because that is also a product. Sometimes I forget how good they are and that they are still with us till this day from the beginning on, because the rocker and the wood are honored as our best-selling boards, both of them. The wood for the beginners, flat bottom based board, and the rocker for the advanced riders. And yeah, then we have the wing board still, we have the foil, we have so much to talk about. But again, there is only 24 hours in a day, and we want to also keep it a little bit chewed down. So we focus today only on the kites. Also the bars laying there. The lead bar and the kiss bar, of course, also new since last year. or the lead bar since last year, the kiss bar since 2 years already. Time is flying. And yeah, so if you have any questions focused on that, you can ask it still. We can follow up in this Q&A, but we got quite some good questions. So yeah, let's dive straight into that. And then sadly enough, I cannot do like a pop-up or something. Who asked the question? We'll try to get better on this technical side, but yeah, we're busy building kites and not making YouTube lives, sadly enough, yet. So yeah, Steph, hit me up with a good question.
First question. How do you compare the new G.O.A.T to Duotone's SLS and Alula material?
Ooh, there is, let's call it 3 different segments of kites at this moment. We have the Darkron kites, so the double dice Darkron. Think about all the other brands that used over the last 20 years the Darkron. That served us very well. I have to say, it still serves us very well. Then we have the step up that came and called SLS, so it's the laminated version of Darkron actually. So it's a hybrid version between Darkron and Alula. Alula is way more plasticky laminated feeling and also in a way stiffer. But the negative thing about the Alula is one of the things that you guys are also here. It has huge as dollar signs because the material is way more expensive to buy and way more expensive to work with. So that is also why we worked with G.O.A.T, because it has a better price range, that we didn't have to fly out of the range with 1,000 euros more on our kites, because that's just ridiculous, guys. We really do not hope that we have to sell a kite for 3,000 euros soon. Plus, the benefits of the Alula kite, of the Alula material, is not good enough for what you have to pay for it. Let's say it like this, because the range where we are in G.O.A.T compared mostly to an SLS material. Everybody has his own version, same as Darkron. Darkron has, I don't know how many brands worked in the past and still works with this material. And that will also be with this material. We are one of the earlier ones, so Cabrina is working with kites like this. Duotone is working with kites like this, called the SLS material. I don't know how it's called by Cabrina actually. And I know a lot of brands will come in the future with this material, but again, it's for us at this moment the best material, and it will be in compromise to an SLS, but different. We focused on strength. We not only focus on light, extreme, and the durability, and we not keep out protection pads if needed for extra reinforcement. So we could maybe go 2-3% lighter as we would now, but then we also would be more fragile. And we have a lot of people here that really like their kite to last a dog life, and we like to have you guys last a dog life.
Another good question just came in. What is our warranty policy?
Warranty policy. Warranty policy is still like always. If you sign up for your warranty, so you buy the product at your local retailer or at the online shop, the policy is still 2 years hassle-free warranty. So hassle-free warranty, what does that sound like a fancy thing? Hassle-free warranty means warranty for everything you do. So if you think, okay, let's go kiting today and let's throw it through a fence and completely break it, you send it back to us. We repair it for free. Up to the policies, of course. If you send us a kite that is actually for smaller kites, we cannot make it to a kite anymore. So know that there is also a limit on breakage. But we fix it for you without any hesitation. We have also multiple places to repair it, so it's not only in Holland. We really try to work with more teams together to get you guys sorted all over the world. For in Europe, it's mainly all sent to us because the post and the mailing is just the most efficient here in Europe. But we're also looking in with Brazil and we're also looking into South Africa with a repair station, and hopefully more are coming.
The cam buttons in the kites, the one closest to the center strut, are they for performance or for durability?
Yeah, that's a good question. I heard
both.
that one also in the break. That you know, the cam button in the wingtip is for performance. It really stiffens up that trailing edge and really gives the performance to a kite. Where that one in the trailing edge, in this close to the center strut, is really mainly for wear and tear. We could take it out, and it would make the kite also lighter. But there is still a lot of you guys out there that really likes to have a drink after they're kiting, and it will wait in the wind, and it's fine. If you have an Ace and it doesn't blow at all, it's fine. Of course, still the UV and the salt and all these kind of things, it wears a kite down. It's just how it is. But we try to prevent for sure with the Strike, because the wind is very strong, so you get that flappy feeling, what you know on a flag on the beach. They break in less than a season because they're completely gone even. Because of the wind. But if you're on a spot where there's no wind, or you kite always when there's not super strong winds, then you don't need that one. But with the Strike, we really felt, okay, we want to give the people really an enjoyable time for a long time. I hope that answers the question. So no performance, but only durability.
Thanks, Vic. Next question. What is more important, the shape change or the material change?
You can't change only one thing. It's the simplest answer on this question, because we could just like, boom, we change the material, we don't change the building design, we don't change the shape, hop, we just chuck some new color on there, hop, and we send it out again. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work that easy. It really, we put the new material in. With that material comes a lot of new opportunities also, so it would be also a waste to just chuck in the material and not change anything. So yeah, it's an overall come together, because there is no Go.A.T 6 without G.O.A.T. Let's say it like this. So yeah, it's a combination of both. We felt there could come more out of the kite, so we got more out of the kite.
Awesome. Next question. The color in the wood, is that going to change soon? Because in very sunny places, the orange turns yellow.
I can tell you one thing, if you keep it longer in the sun, it even can be disappearing. Yeah, saw it once with our dealer in Oman. They have 24-hour sun, I have the feeling, and they keep it 24 hours in the sun, I have my feeling. But the focus on these boards was in the beginning always, why the orange stripe, why everything? The orange is fluorescent orange, and it really is good visible in the European dark ocean, because we really have a dark ocean and a lot of people losing their boards. So that's why the focus on the wood, really a bright neon color. This neon color has the negative effect if you put it whole day in the sun and it wears out. It's the same with any kiteboard, because it's plastic, and if you put plastic really long in the sun, it wears out. But no, we are not going to change anything here, because it doesn't harm anything on the board. It only harms the looks, and that's where we stand for. We don't change anything just because somebody doesn't like the looks or something. Of course, we had looked into it to get it more, to get the color stronger, and yes, that worked. But still, if you put enough UV on this board, there will be yellowish in the color. So yeah, it's always up to the rider itself as well. Take care of your board and it stays orange. So riding it, enjoy it, and then put it in the shade and don't put it in the open sun.
Is that the same for the Harlem Rocker, where the white turns a little bit yellow?
Anymore, I have the feeling. Ah, there I am. Same for the Rocker. Again, UV is changing colors. it is very difficult to get. Yeah, we could just make the board completely transparent and no colors on it, then the wood would not be affected, but the plastic, so the sticker that is actually under the laminate, gets harmed by the sunlight. But there will be in future, not in the near future, but in the future, there will be a change of design for the rocker, because of so many people asked for a change of the rocker. We never wanted to listen, but okay, you guys got us. We going to listen, but not yet.
Has the bladder changed in our kites? Something about a video with a bladder and a dog? Wouter asked.
Bladder.
Did we have new bladders?
Yes, we have the new bladders. It's actually a shame that we didn't talk about it. Did Alex talk about it? I'm not 100% sure anymore. We can zoom back on that, but the bladders definitely changed. We went gradient lower into the bladders because, yeah, we heard a dog story now. It was getting a little bit ridiculous. Like the bladders were so insanely strong that the Rayleigh, the house dog, was even able to have a pool fight and the bladder would still inflate. So yeah, it was a bit too much. So it's not that we wanted too much bladder in that kite. We love to have too much bladder in that kite, but we could reduce it with one slight little bit less gradient, and that makes the kite, because still over 40% of the weight is in a bladder. So if we can reduce the weight of a bladder, we can reduce the overall weight of the kite. And that makes the kite, as you guys know, fly better. So yes, we went down a gradient, but yeah, we cannot win a pool fight anymore with the dog, but the rest will be worth it.
Back to the light. What is the wind range of the light and the performance difference between the V2 and V3?
Performance difference. I would say it really depends for the wind range what kind of board you have. So let's talk extremely light. So let's talk 145 on my weight, 75 with wetsuit, maybe 80. Let's say 80 kilos. I would say the light would be fun to ride, just ride left and right around 10 knots. So you get your first lessons in with 10 knots. You get your first riding in with 10 knots. Do you want to have a little jump? For sure, you need a bit more wind, but it doesn't matter if I had a 21 square meters and 10 knots. It's just not much to jump on. But to have fun, for me, really, on my small board, 135, I would say 14 knots for the 17, and I really land nicely jump, do my tricks. We ain't jumping 30 meters. For sure not, but we're having fun, we're having a board off, we're having back rolls, front rolls, one-feeters, dark slides and stuff like this. And for the 14, I would say rideable from 14 knots and enjoyable really to jump and do your things and tricks 40 for 16, 17 knots on a 135 on 80 kilos. I think that is a clear answer. And what was it again?
The V2 to the V3 performance difference?
V2 versus V3. A lot changed in the direct. So if I steer a kite that is made with Darkron, it steers less direct. So it's a little bit, if I do this, and the line just needs more time to bend. If you do that with the G.O.A.T material, the directness, the feeling of the kite is even a bit quicker. This makes it very likable on the bigger kites to do your down loops, do your first down loops even. On a 14 meter, you would not think that a down loop would be the nicest kite to learn that on, but it really is. It jumps nicely, it gives a lot of feeling, direct feeling, and it really gives you that confident boost to really put in that new trick, put in that front roll, because it's not that it's like quick, that it's like a 6 meter, you know, it's not flying left and right and being out of control. But you feel the kite directly. So if it steers, you feel it go. Where that is what some people in the past said, like, yeah, the 6 meter is super fast, but I have no idea where it is because it had a delay. And the delay turned out even more. So the V2 had already less delay as the V1 for sure, because of the change from pulleys to direct bridle. That was a big step already for the Light. And now to go over to the G.O.A.T in combination with the fusion struts from STW70, it just makes a dime for this kite, and you're able to jump, down loop, and feel that kite where it is, like it's your 9 meter.
We're running out of questions, though, but I have one more lined up for you. Do we have any maintenance or care instructions that come with our kites?
Maintenance on your kite. There is not coming a specific guideline because it's really hard to make a guideline for everybody. The main thing where I would focus on if you want to keep riding your kite as long as you like is don't leave it in the sun and in the wind when you're finished, yeah? Pump your kite up, and my advice, put your wetsuit on, pump then your kite up. Don't pump your kite up, go for your wetsuit, go for lunch and stuff like that. It's just horrible for your kite. Also with packing down, you're finished, fine, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour on the beach. The longer you wait, the more wear and tear you have. So really pack it down. Pack it down sandy, no problem. Put it in your garage or somewhere. Just drop it on the ground, just put it down, just leave it where the sand can just be sandy. Don't put it in your wife's room or something. It does not like that. Because sand will be all over the place. I don't think that I have to go into detail. But then the next day you roll it up nicely. Also, some people ask, yeah, do I have to pump it up in the park and hang it on a fence and stuff like that? No, you don't have to. If you loosen it up, you can hang it in the shade or in your garage or something that it dries, shake out the sand, and your kite lasts as long as you like, because that just makes so much. So we come after a session of testing, we come in and we chuck everything here on the floor, and afterwards, the next day, we roll everything nicely up, and then we go out. Actually, yeah, to come back on a test day, should we already do a teaser? I think we should. Tomorrow is a test day, actually. So if you're around Zeeland, the south of Holland, feel free to join us for a test event.
Where exactly?
Vrouwenpolder.
Can we find out on the Instagram?
Yes. You can.
Nice.
And follow. Check. So a bit maintenance. Other maintenance thing actually pops up just in my mind. From time to time, look at your kite. Because it can be that you have a small hole or something. And a small hole becomes a big hole. But a small hole, it has all these patches and stuffs that comes with the kite to repair it. Put a little patch. There is also a YouTube video in our channel, how to repair your kite, how to check your kite, and all that kind of stuff. So if you want really to go in detail of checking your kite, check that out. And yeah.
Any test days on the weekend?
Test days on the weekend. Any day is a test day. If you want to test equipment, always get in touch with us because we can always help you out. We want to have a test day when it's windy, so I'm not planning that far ahead yet, but it looks like it's going to be windy for the weekend. So this week is in the standing because we just got the new shipment in, so I got a lot of kites for, you see, a lot of kites for the testing. And yeah, so we're in the focus to drive around with the van and go places in Holland for now. We looked in to go to England, but at the moment it's not working for us, sadly. So in Holland, maybe Belgium, maybe Northern Germany, this area, you would, yeah, we would be coming the coming weeks. Yes. Where would you like us to be? That's an important question.
I get a question here. When will you have other colors? Maybe name the colors that we have on our different kites and which kites comes in which color?
I will explain one thing because many people always ask like, hey, why do you do this in yellow and why do you do this in orange also? You buy colors on the roll. Buying colors on the roll means you don't buy 10 meters, you don't buy 20 meters, and this takes also planning out front. You ask Steph any question you like about planning, and for sure in the last, he doesn't want to ask, we ask questions. For sure in the last 2 years it's a hell to get all small things. So people would like, oh, I like it in pink, I like it in this, and we need to have 1,000 colors in the factory. This is not something that is sustainable, let's say it like this, because you don't buy and just finish half a roll and chuck it away. So we like to use everything. That's why the blue and the green is already ages in it. We bought multiple rolls, of course. It's not the first roll where we're still working off. The black is one of the most important colors. The orange is new since last year, so we bought an extra color because you guys liked it. But for the future, yeah, we're looking into design change and design things and stuff, so that it would be more easy to change, that we could just like change from left to right with any color. Would be awesome, I think. I don't know, but I think you guys would like it. For now, it stays with orange, green, blue, and yellow, depending on the kite. Check the Harlem website for in which colors your kite is coming. Because not all kites come in all colors. That's it. We're finished. We did it. Great. So guys, again, I want to thank you guys so much for coming with us today. So for asking questions in the chat, listen to us, and yeah, we really hope to see you on the water. So please check our social medias for the upcoming test event. If you want something, don't be shy. Always send us a message on Instagram, on Facebook, on email, on WhatsApp. Everything is possible. We will come back to you as quick as we can. And then we hope to help you with this. So thanks for being with us. And we hope to see you in the next one.
Give me some. Give me some trouble. When you feel the rain, when you wanna lie, you wanna